The last task is to print checks. Now in RB8, there are three options you have. First, you can print checks directly in RB8 using the QuickBooks compatible checks. The second option is to export the information to QuickBooks, so you can print those checks in QuickBooks, so you can keep all the check register information inside of QuickBooks for quick bank reconciliation. The third and last option is to do direct deposit using a what's called NACHA format, or some of you might know as a ACH. That's National Automated Clearinghouse Association or Automated Clearinghouse format. And you can email to your bank where you have business checking account with this file that RB8 will generate, the NACHA format, and they can do a direct deposit for you. Go to payables, print checks. Again, this will pull up the payroll you just closed, so all you have to do is just click search, and all the reporters and their total amount will come up, and it's showing you the grand total check amount, and some of them are direct deposit, some are not. If you using the first option of printing checks directly in RB8, then you will put in the starting check number, decide whether you are voucher checks or not, and then put a little memo saying March 15th payroll, for example, and print. If you wanted to give to QuickBooks, simply go to Actions, use the Export option, and you say QuickBooks, and then simply put in the name. You might want to say March 15, 2007 payroll, and then it'll create a file format called IIF, which stands for Intuit Interchange Format, which is the QuickBooks file. Now there's one thing that you have to do to make the export and import into QuickBooks work. That is, you need to make sure in setup and chart of accounts, where all the general ledger numbers are listed, there are two account numbers that has to match. The first one is the checking, which right now in RB my sample database has 1,000, and the second account is the resource expenses, which is the 5,000. So checking and resource expenses, these two accounts has to have the same account number both in RB8 and in QuickBooks, and that's how we will know once we export the data in IIF format, the QuickBooks will know where to import the information into. The third option is to export a file in NACHA format. So go to Actions, again Export, this time select NACHA as the format, and then it'll ask you for what's called effective date for direct deposit. You need at least 2 days in advance. So select a effective date of the direct deposit and go ahead and click OK. And this will generate a ASCII file, text file in NACHA or ACH format for your bank. Now there's one thing that you have to set up to make the direct deposit work. Go to Tools and System Preferences, where all the global settings are kept. And in the left hand side there's a tab called NACHA, and click on it. And there are 8 text boxes here that you need to put in. So you need to give us the bank information and your company information. So ask your bank and they will give you this information. You need to complete this section for NACHA format to work.